Don't get it twisted. Your natural beauty is cute. Let's get that one straight. Don't use makeup to fix your natural beauty. Use it to enhance it. I will always say that. This is my natural makeup routine and I'm gonna give you the steps to do it. Just a disclaimer, if you like or want your face to be sculpted, I'm not a sculptor. You can try it, see how it works out for you. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna go in with, primer. I personally use the Power Grip primer from e.l.f. As you can see, she's a little empty. So I just go ahead and put this on my cheeks, my forehead, and my chin. I'm gonna go on with my second one because I'm running so freaking low, but really 1 or 2 pumps should do it enough. Sometimes I will go in with my eyebrow primer first, but I switch in between. So for my eyebrow primer, eyebrow glue, I use the NYX Professional Makeup, the brow glue in clear. And the first thing I do, I'm gonna get a little closer, is I just go and go like that. And then I'll brush my eyebrows up. I prefer kind of bushy brow look. What I do is I really only like straighten out the tail. Sometimes I'll just take the ones that stick up a little too far and I'll just brush them a little bit. So I'm gonna do the same thing with my other eyebrow. Period. For a primer and for my brows, I let it sit kind of like for 5 minutes. Sometimes, most of the time, I just, depending on how much time I have, I'll let it sit or I won't. I like to put something on my lips before I move on so that when I get to do my lip makeup, they're ready and soft. I'll either use the Juvia's Place lip oil, it's clear, or the REM Beauty lip oil. Today I'm feeling very RE. I'm gonna go in with my brow pencil. So this is the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil. As you can tell, she's so very old and dirty. Oh my goodness. When I do it, I'm gonna use upward strokes, just like that, but obviously on your face. Upward strokes, and then when I get to the tail end, I'm using like diagonal. So I'm following the way that my eyebrow goes. So just like that, it's gonna take a little time, but tiny little strokes upward. Ignore my KT tape, that's literally almost falling off. And then when I get here, downward strokes. Sometimes I'll go like past my brow on the inside, but not too far. I would say don't go further than like the inner corner, ouch, of your eye. Then I'll take just any spoolie and I'm gonna brush them the same way that I put the glue on, just to smooth it out so it doesn't look so harsh. And then I'm gonna repeat the same steps on my other brow. The brows are donesies. So now I'm gonna take my concealer. Usually I use the NARS concealer. I did not have the money at the time that I bought this, but the NARS concealer is my ride or die, really. But right now I'm using Win Beauty by Serena Williams. Yeah, this is in the shade Understand, I think, 360. So I'm just gonna take it, I'm gonna come up close, and I put it right here, just a little bit under my eye, and then I like to put it like that. So a little dot, and then a chunky line. I like to put it at the top of my forehead, just like a little box, and 3 strokes at my chin. I'm gonna take a lighter shade, Hello. It faded, so I don't really know who it is, but if you know who it is, I think it's ColourPop, but if you know who it is, period. And this is a lighter shade, it's dark 170N, and I just take this and I put a even tinier dot over the contour that I just did, under my eye, and then at my forehead. If I'm feeling frisky, put it at my nose, and then a small line right there. Boom. We're gonna let that sit. But my contour is not really like we're snatching the face. We're still gonna give it that rounded cutesy look. So I use all of my makeup is so dirty because it's been in this bag since January. I've literally been carrying my makeup everywhere. Kentucky, Ohio, Omaha, everywhere. New York, New Jersey. So I'm using the Milk Makeup matte bronzer. This is bronzer. I use it for like contour, so I don't really bronze my face. And this is the shade Blitz. You're gonna put it from my hairline all the way, not all the way to my cheekbone, but kind of where my tail end of my eyebrow ends. So we're just gonna boom, just like that. Same thing with the other side. Then I'm gonna take it down here and do like that. From my ear all the way to, I like to stop it before it gets to my chin-ish, but you can take it to your chin if you want to. Then we're gonna take it and we're gonna put them at our temples-ish. No, that's not your temples. Is that your temples? I don't know. Right there. And then we're gonna put some on our eye. Ooh. It doesn't matter if it's perfect or not. Usually I would just go like that. If you want to take a brush and do this, that's fine too. And then we're gonna make a square on our nose. So this is what it should look like. You should look kind of crazy. This is my putty bronzer blush from e.l.f. I did not like the putty bronzer in my opinion, so I just use this to blend out all of this. It's gonna take a little bit of time, obviously. I usually take an eyeshadow brush to do my eyes. This is just a random brush that I got from Five Below. And I'm gonna kind of make tiny little circles and bring it to connect with this contour. And I'm gonna pull it down and start blending that contour all the way down to my nose. And this is kind of the hard part because you want to be as symmetrical as you can, but also don't worry about it because that's where it's kind of the height of, what am I talking about? That's where concealer we put on your nose comes in too. Now is the time to move on with your blush. I personally like liquid blushes, but if you like powder blush, I've never tried it with a powdered blush, but I'm sure you can attempt it and see what happens. You know, that's what makeup is all about. So my go-tos recently have been the e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blushes. This one is in the shade Berry Well, and this one is Gorge Orange. Sometimes I mix them, but I'm just going to focus on one. And I'm going to take Berry Well today. And you apply as much as you want, but I apply it kind of where the concealer we just put ends and on top of my cheekbone, kind of. I like to apply it there because it gives me a rounded look. This part is optional. You're going to take your concealer. If you want it to be kind of like a little more blended into your face, you're going to take that concealer and you're going to think to put it low. You're not going to put it as low as you think. You're going to bring it up here, kind of where you made the dots. And you're just going to get to blending. You're going to start kind of picking up some concealer that you placed under your eyes. That is okay. When I blend, I like to start down here and I bring it up. And then I kind of bring it into my eyelid a little bit. I'm gonna apply a little bit more because to me it's a little dim. You want to think less is more, especially with liquid blush and these blushes. They're very pigmented. I also like to blend into my hairline just to make it more seamless. I never mentioned, but this is a liquid blush brush from e.l.f. We're gonna blend our concealer. I like to do it with like a round sponge like this. It's so dirty, needs to be washed. Some people do it with a brush. Either is fine. So we're gonna blend. And when I blend my concealer under my eye, I take it all the way to my hairline. Blend either or, doesn't matter. And I like to take it down all the way up into my forehead. And then I also kind of like to take it down in between my brows. And by this time, you'll kind of get to your nose bridge. You want to be really careful. I like to stroke instead of tap, just because this is where it can go wrong and it can make your nose look crooked. But don't worry, because if you do mess up, like I kind of did, it's a little crooked when it gets to here. Do you see it? You can take this brush again and give it a little fix. Got a cute little button nose. And now let's finish blending out down here. And I just like to focus it until I get to like my smile lines. This is the most expensive thing I think I have in my makeup bag. This is the Huda Beauty Loose Baking and Setting Powder. It is in the shade Peach Pie. But sometimes I'll just take what's on here and you just put it on all the places where you had concealer. And I take a little wedge like this. Again, this is from Five Below. So that I get the product like this, and I take it and I put it under my eye, following the same exact pattern I did when I was blending. Same thing with the other side. If you did that one step where you put the concealer right here, I like to take and I go like that. I'm gonna put a little bit more on my forehead. So by this point, you should look very insane. That is okay. That's exactly what you want. Oh no, oh no. It's a cultural divide. I'm gonna hit him on the floor. You're really about to do it? I'm not even joking. I used to be so like actually terrified of eyelash curlers. I still am sometimes. You wanna get a little curl. So I'm gonna use this. It's from e.l.f. You can get any eyelash curler, it's whatever. Make sure your eyelashes are clean. When you do this, there's no product on it because your lashes will stick and you have to be really careful not to pull them out. So you want to take this. Oh my gosh. Okay, so let me not act up. I take it, I grab it, I lift it up. Again, same thing. I'm gonna take my e.l.f. Mood Mascara. I'm just gonna apply it to my liking. However you want your lashes to look. Don't be upset if you get it on top of your eyes. But you can take a Q-tip and you can just and get it off. Easy peasy. Now, still setting, we're going to take and do our lips. I love to do a brown lip combo, brown on brown. I love it. So by this time, from the lip oil, your lips should be nice and soft. And you're gonna go in with a lip pencil. This can be any lip pencil that you want. You really can do anything if you want it to be pink. This is the NYX lip pencil. I'm gonna be honest, I wouldn't recommend this specific pencil because it does fade kind of quickly. It was cheap, so it works for now. I don't mind reapplying, but if you want something to last, this is espresso, and you're just gonna take it and just outline your lips. It's okay. I like to overline my lips, but I don't like to overline my whole lip. I just do my like Cupid's bow, I guess you could call it, and I just take it and I just like to make it round. It went on smooth because you had the lip oil and your lips were smooth. So sometimes I will blend the lines in. I just love like the dark, deep, reddish brown or brown tones. Today, this has been my go-to very recently. I'm gonna use the NYX Butter Gloss. It's in the shade Ginger Snap. We're just gonna apply it. Got some of my teeth there. Now, you can go ahead, take it off. Start wherever. And just get that girl out of here. I don't really like for my blush to look muted. I like to go back and just put it really just on my temples. No, hello, girl, no. On my cheekbones as I put it over the rest of my face. I do whatever I'm feeling, but I'll go back, give me some life again. And this is also optional, but I like to put some on my chin, just a little bit. And then I'll put some up here. And then I will also, tiniest freaking dot, I'm talking scrape it off if you're using a liquid blush. And I put it, go right there. And then I'm gonna blend it so that it kind of stays under my nose, but you still kind of see it. Me personally, I love a fake mole, so I'll take my little liquid eyeliner and I will just, wherever I want it. Ooh, this one is dying. I like to feel like Yasmin from Bratz. You'll take your setting spray. I've been using this, but I personally will not recommend it. I also do not recommend the Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. It doesn't work. This one, it's not alcohol free, so it's been burning my eyes. Okay, this is the one that my mom has. It is alcohol free and it works so freaking well. But it's a fix and stay over queen, I think. I don't know, but it's a setting spray. It's by MAC. So this one I think is really good. So I would recommend this. This is my makeup routine. I love it. I hope this was in depth for you. I tried my best. Go watch some of my other videos, subscribe for more of this content, more vlogs, more fashion, more dance, everything, because this multifaceted visionary is on the prowl. Okay, bye.